Well, good morning. I'm out here drinking my coffee in Larry's world out here, and I should have said, maybe I'll have a story because I woke up this morning bright and early, and I had a bunch of stories running through my mind, and it was, my stories are, well, they're bad ones, but you got good ones, and you take the good from it, and I always build upon bad, experiences and see, take the positive. What'd you learn, and blah blah blah. So I guess that's what I was trying to build a story from. A lot of trauma, I guess. But I don't need to, speak the trauma back into existence. But I can speak the positive, what came positive out of it. I was down in Texas. I was working on a ranch, and I was there, and this couple was having problems, and I knew it. I could see it in the kids, and and his old lady. I mean, flirtatious and all that. And I guess he had problems with it too. But when you're gone all the time, I mean, you kind of wreck your own relationship by not fulfilling the needs of what you signed on to do to begin with. But she'd always get drunk and fall asleep in other rooms of the house, blah, blah, blah. And I was down in the bunkhouse. He'd come down looking for her one day. And it kind of hurt my feelings. I'd wake up early in the morning. And my mind would be racing. I'd be wound tight trying to figure out, how I can fix it and blah, blah, blah. And I just had to calm down and let go and just understand that I can only fix me. And I got to do me. And I got to let that other crap go. But anyways, it kind of got under my skin. He would actually, come down and look for her down there. And he finally went back up and found her up there. But, a lot of strength came from that too, because I tried to, help him understand that I'm not like that. I mean, not that I wouldn't be, and not that, I haven't made questionable choices in the past, but I try to walk the line as much as I can. And to even accuse me of something like that after you claim, but it was, I don't know, I kind of think it was a trap there, that the energy was trying to get me, to do something that I would regret later so that he can hold something over my head. That's the way it works. It gets you all guilty and feeling guilty to where you feel like there's, you've done so much and you got to give up, but don't give up because you haven't done nothing. You've learned life and you learn how to stay out of traps. So, each day is a positive way of learning how to do it right. And I think that's what we need to do. There's a lot more of that story, but I don't like to throw dirt on anybody. But that was a lesson for me that no matter where you are, you can be as good as person as you are, but if you're around bad people and shady people, they're going to try to make it look like you're shady. So, but that don't mean don't do it. That just means be as righteous as you can, as just and as fair. Fairness overall, be fair that, you could have done that. You probably would have in the past, but be thankful that you don't now, and that you wouldn't now. But I left that place and I left it behind me in the rearview. It was just too much, and it had my energy in just turmoil. Now I rest a little easier knowing that, I ain't God, and it probably, I don't give a shit about any of that anyways. I have to be righteous. I have to be just. I have to seek truth and fairness in all of my ways, and I can let all of